So for the 25th anniversary of Ghost Recon, Ubisoft has made Future Soldier free for a certain amount of time. Now, this video is coming out after that window, so if you were able to get the game for free, then good for you. Glad you were able to get it. I hope you're having a good time. For those of you that weren't, they made Future Soldier free on Ubisoft Connect, which is, in my opinion, one of the worst storefronts that are out there. Ubisoft Connect sucks, but Future Soldier is a really cool game. It only has 3 game modes, and one of them doesn't work, so it only has 2 game modes. It has multiplayer campaign, which we're playing now, and a thing called Guerrilla, which is more of like a horde mode, sort of wave defense thing. Co-op, that kind of thing. Multiplayer servers shut down, I think, in 2024, so they're no longer available, but I'm going to play through a mission of the campaign, and for those of you who've never played the game, you can see what it was, and, you know, make a decision on your own. My game is running very smoothly, which is not what was happening when I played the game last week when it was free. If you want to see how I got my game to run smoother, then check out the timestamps down below. You can go to that near the end. But for the sake of making the video longer than 3 minutes, I want to play through a mission because I want to really make sure that the smoothness is still there. One of the biggest problems with this game is that it is, unfortunately, an old game. And so because it is old, we're going to do another sync shot here because it's so badass. One of the problems with it is that it is not very compatible with modern CPUs and GPUs and stuff like that, and pretty much anything above a quad core makes this game run poorly. Now, it is locked to a lower FPS. This feels kind of in the 60 range, maybe lower. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have a counter, unfortunately, since it's not on Steam. I don't have the built-in counter, but this game hitches and stutters and freezes very, very bad for me. At least it did when I was playing it last week, and even yesterday when I was playing through it, it was playing very poorly. There are whole times where my character would get stuck on stuff and die because the game would hitch while I was trying to move from cover to cover, and I would just get killed by enemies. Because here's the thing about this game is that it is, I know I should have probably had somebody help, but yeah, snap on them. This game is very unforgiving when it comes to the enemies. Even on like sort of the easier difficulties, some of the later enemies that you fight, they will absolutely demolish you if you are not in cover. And that kind of sucks when you're trying to, you know, move from cover to cover, and all of a sudden you're getting absolutely murdered because the game froze on you and you didn't get a chance to shoot the guy or react or anything. I'm testing this level because when I played this originally, this level was also pretty like stuttery and laggy and stuff, so that was one of the big issues that I had playing this game. And right now it is very, very smooth. So let's finish out this mission. We'll see if when we get near the end, if there are any other issues, because there are parts in this game later on where there's a lot more action going on and we might have some more issues there. So once we get to the next area, there's going to be a lot of action. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. There's going to be a massive like sandstorm that comes in. There's going to be a big fight scene and firefight and all this other stuff that's gonna happen. 2, 3, 4. I'll kill him. No. Flap. All right, sync shot him. He's dead. They're all dead. I mean, this is so smooth now. Like, it's not even that the game is running at what I would consider to be a bit of a lower FPS. It's that the game is smooth. Oh no, shoot the engine. Shoot the engine. I think we got it. I think I got it. Good. There we go. I think you're all dead. We did it. All right, we have 1.5 minutes to secure. Let's get up here. We're going to be fighting big time. Bum, bum. Bum. I get you. I got him too. Clear. Nice. Cool. So here is a big action scene. And I remember stuttering a lot here as well. I think I just killed the driver. Yeah. There we go. Murder him. Okay, gunner's down. I don't know why I'm using this SMG, but I do love the AK-74U. Not a single hitch in sight, dude. Oh yeah, that was good. No hitching at all. Smooth as butter. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead, since I've done the mission and things are very smooth. I wish the whole entire play session I did the first time were this smooth. What I'm going to do now is I am going to exit the game and I'm going to show you what my settings were for this game. So we're actually going to leave the game and I'm going to show you how I set up my game to be as smooth as possible. It is a little bit different than the Reddit page. So if you want to do what I do to see if it works for you, then you can follow along. If not, there are some things you can do along the way that are different. The first thing we're going to do is figure out where the game is downloaded and installed. So for me, I have a whole hard drive that is dedicated to games and that sort of thing. And I have even got folders for different launchers like Epic and Blizz and Ubisoft, and then of course Steam. So I am going to go to my Ubisoft folder, and this is probably different from yours. And inside of here is a Ghost Recon Future Soldier folder. Inside of this folder, you have all these different things, but we are looking for the Future Soldier DX9 and Future Soldier DX11 EXEs, as you can see here. Okay, now that this is open, we're going to hit the Windows key and you're going to type in the word firewall. Once you do that, you are going to bring up the Windows Defender Firewall and Advanced Security program. Once that is here, we are going to set some firewall rules for Future Soldier. And the reason for that is because it is an online game, or it has an online multiplayer and stuff like that. We want to eliminate any hitching or any stalling that may occur from the game trying to connect to a server that doesn't exist for this game anymore. So what we are going to do is we're going to go to Outbound Rules, and in our Outbound Rules section here, we are actually going to create a new rule. Now that we are here, we are going to go down to Program, which is on the left side here, and we are going to hit browse. And then what we're going to do is we are going to find the EXE that we want to use. Now for me, I used DX11. You can use DX9 or whatever. Just choose one of these two. Once you've selected whichever EXE you're going to use, I'm going to use DX9 for the example, but I did this for DX11 already. It's going to populate here. We're going to hit next. Once we are here at action, we are going to block the connection. Then we're going to hit next. We are going to make sure that domain, private, and public are all selected, then hit next. And then we are going to name it something, and you can name it whatever you want to name it. For me, I put GRFS launch, no Ubisoft Connect, just so I know what it is. And then you're going to hit finish, and it's going to create the rule. Once you finish with that, you can X out of the Windows firewall thing, and then come back here to where the game is installed. Find your launcher, so DX11.exe for me. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to come down and hit properties. And then once properties comes up, we are going to go to compatibility. Now that we're in compatibility, we are going to do a few things. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to run this program in compatibility mode. This is where I differ from the Reddit page. The Reddit page says to use Service Pack 2, I believe, but for me, that didn't work. So I swapped it to Windows 7, and that's what made the game run smoother for me. Then what you're going to do is come down and you are going to click Run this program as an administrator. Once you've done that, you can also do Disable Full Screen Optimizations. Now, for me, I did not do this, and it runs just fine, but you can do this if you want to. Now that you've done that and you are finished with those things, every time you launch the game, just to be safe, you are going to launch it from this launcher here. So instead of going into Ubisoft Connect and launching the game from that, which you probably can and it's fine, but for me, I just want to make sure it's, the exact thing that I set up. I am going to launch this exact launcher from here, or I'm going to create a shortcut to launch it, let's say, from that shortcut somewhere else. And those are all the steps. Now that I'm in the game itself, I'm going to come down to option. And then of course you can set whatever options you're going to use here for this stuff. Graphics options. Here's what I have. So I have everything popped up to whatever. Now, some people will say that if you go on and turn off DX11 here in the game itself, it'll fix the issues. But for me, I still have it turned on, and the compatibility mode, turning it from Windows Service Pack 2 to Windows 7 is what fixed my stuttering issues. DX11 is still on and it works just fine. And that is how I set up the game to run a lot better, have less hitching, less lagging and stuttering and stuff like that. If this helped you out, leave a like on the video. I am now off to go try out Wildlands again. I've been BubbaTV24. Thank you for watching the channel. Signing out.